Pokemon has been around since 1996, and it wasn't until Nintendo announced Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon that the crowd went wild. And I'm not kidding about that. So why are people reacting like this? Let's find out. Before we begin this, let me spell out some context. This trailer was shown on the Nintendo Direct video, released February 26, 2016. Nintendo Direct is a small video series showcasing the upcoming games in its lineup. This is clearly geared towards people who are already well-established fans of Nintendo and by extension Pokemon. This is also majorly older people. Younger kids wouldn't really have the care to search for something like this. With that cleared up, let's get into the analysis of the video itself. The first shot we see is of a Game Boy with Pokemon Red inserted. The user of this Game Boy is out of focus, but we see the hand. The lack of music in the background makes this scene feel empty. Nothing interesting happens until we start the game and are greeted to wondrous title music. This is a brief timeline of all the Pokemon games up until 2016. Notice how as titles of the series flash by we see multiple languages. This leads to a main point of persuasion, connectivity. Here's our next shot. It's the same kid and Game Boy from before. However, notice now, instead of just the game being in focus, the entire child is included. The blurred background gives the idea that the kid is immersed into the world of the game, as if they become a part of it. What is up front pops out to us. Note how, also, this is the start where music is constantly heard. The orchestration is very basic and light instruments. Vibraphone, guitar, a light drum rhythm. Currently the melody is soothing, good for build-up. Here, a new and more intense guitar melody is overlaid, adding a little bit of intensity to the scene again. This also is the first usage of a major rhetorical device. Generally defined as simply the omission of conjunctions in a sentence, it gives more impact to the verb used. The notion here is similar. Collect, trade, battle. These words also do a stellar job of guiding the video along. It splits it into sections that I'll be describing here on out. After collect, it shows multiple shots of people, younger and older, catching Pokemon. Notice how each shot always has the player in view. The game footage gives context to the expressions shown and vice versa. The narrative shown in this video describes the beginning of what will be known as a hero arc, the initial positive events that one goes through at the beginning of a full-on narrative. Next up is the trade section, with the bass boost adding intensity. Also notice, before, each person was in their own little world while gaming. This section has at least one other person with them at all times. This is really starting to give the notion of the main theme of this trailer, connectivity. After some more intensity with the new vocal track and faster drum rhythm, there's failure. This is the climax. The moment where the music stops ends the tension the video built up to, gives the idea of the world freezing entirely. Again, immersion being a key point of this trailer. As a new Pokemon is released, the tension finally breaks and the rhythm gets even more intense. There's a little bit of hope left in the grand scheme of things. This leads to the eventual victorious conclusion. The final section, Connect, goes back through all of the previous scenes and ends them with positivity, also showing a shifted languages with the same word connect. This is similar to the idea of repetition. The trailer does a really good job of having the viewer connect with the trailer in general and really be represented. So, the point of this entire video is to say that these games are good for connecting and being immersed into a world of wonder, right? Well, it would be if it was actually showing the games it was advertising. Yes, all of those shots, all of those people smiling, laughing, connecting, they're not even showing Pokemon Sun and Moon. Those are the old games they've already created, published, and sold. The actual games aren't announced until the very end of the video. So, what even are they trying to prove? Pokemon is directing this at old Nintendo fans, remember? The Nintendo Direct. What the trailer is actually doing is using nostalgia to their advantage. They're saying, "You've played these games, and these next games will be just as good." It builds up emotional hype in people who've played this. It's pathos at its finest. Those clips I showed before were Pokemon fans. They can relate to this. If someone hasn't had these experiences before, they won't be as intrigued. So, that's it. Technique found. Hey guys, what did you think of that video? If you liked it, then maybe you should, subscribe? Actually, never mind. I don't have any other videos. You'll just be disappointed. Don't. But no, seriously, rhetorical analysis is pretty fun. It makes you actually think about the things you like, which is weird, but gives you this weird epiphany, which is pretty cool. Anyways, my 5-minute time limit is almost up. Goodbye, guys. Don't forget to be awesome.